Okay, welcome to Corvus Twig's Bird of the Day. So I was trying to decide, what bird do I do today? And it was actually kind of a difficult one because it's like, all right, what are some birds that we associate with spring? Robins, did those already. It's just like bluebirds, did those already. Red-winged blackbirds, did those already. There's a lot of birds that are associated with spring, and I already did most of them. And this is a bird that I would say I do not associate with spring. But today is Easter. And Easter is known for many things, but one of the things it's known for is colorful eggs. So I decided to look up birds that have colorful eggs. And I found this little fella. I like him. The bird of the day today is the great Tinamou. Look at that little Tinamou. Isn't it great? It's a great Tinamou. They're very cute. They're very cute. They're kind of chicken-like, kind of pheasant-like. But hey, something a little bit about the great Tinamou. Even though they look like little chickens. Well, they are actually in their own order of birds, the Tinamouforms. It is an order that has only one family. But there are 43 species in that family, and this one is the Tinamou major. You know, the Tinamou, the great Tinamou. Yeah, that's what they are. Okay, I didn't find all the information on this one. There's not a lot known about them. As you can see, they're very foresty jungle birds by where they live. You're seeing them in Central and South America. I couldn't find information on their wingspan or their lifespan. So I probably should have just deleted those. But I do know that they're 15 to 18 inches long, and they weigh about 1.5 to 2.5 pounds. So I was saying is it's like they kind of look like chickens. They're about as big as chickens. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I mean, my Yeti says it's coming in at I'm peeking in the yellow. I don't want to be quiet. Also, hi Dre Frigg. Glad to have you here. I'll get you in the voice chat as soon as I'm done with Burb of the Day. But it's good to know you're here and ready to go. We're so happy to have you. We love a Dreyfus. Anyway, so yeah, as we all know, chickens, turkeys, other land fowl, pheasants and stuff, they're in the Galliforms order. So even though these kind of look like chickens, genetically, they're not that much related. They are just I mean, I guess you could call them jungle fowl, but they're not fowl. Not a fowl bird at all. You wanted to peek in the red? Okay, well, here, maybe I'll turn up myself just a little bit. Does that sound a little bit better, folks? I mean, I don't want to blow out, you know. I want to talk at a normal voice, so I won't be yelling into the mic. Anyway, so as I was saying, they live in tropical and subtropical forests in Central and South America. They are omnivorous, but you know, the insects are their favorite food, but they will eat seeds and berries and stuff. But yeah, in areas where there's agriculture, these are actually a favorite bird of farmers because these guys are great pesticides. I mean, they're not really pesticides. I mean, I guess they are. They eat up all the bugs, so they're very useful. They don't harm crops or anything. So yeah, if you're a farmer in those areas, they like these guys. They're good. These birds have a nice, good, healthy population. They are birds of least concern. Even though they are hunted, it's just that they reproduce pretty fast. So even though maybe a lot of them die, they have a lot of eggs per clutch, and they seem to do pretty good for themselves. So luckily, they're you know, as is usual with anything in South America, the biggest threat to their lives is going to be, you know, Bolsonaro cutting down the rainforest. But yeah, these guys are they're ground dwellers. They like to hang out on the ground, much like a lot of Galliforms. Hey guys, are we sure these Rodney, are these guys actually chickens? They're not. Okay, nope. Rodney does confirm these guys are not chickens, but they got a lot in common with chickens in that they can fly. But they're not very good flyers. Not very good flyers at all. In fact, they're pretty bad flyers. But they can do it. and it's most like, oh crap, a predator's right on me. They'll jump into the air and fly up just to get out of reach, and so if their flight for them is really more a defensive thing than a transportation thing. They prefer to walk. Yay, walky little birds. All right, we're gonna bring up a little video. Why does it always do that? I hate that it does that. This is what they look like in motion. Look at them. Again, very chicken-like behavior. Let them walk around. Like cutie. I think they're cute. Oh, why is he doing that? Yeah, look at them. Grabbing stuff off the ground. So, you know, as you see, it's like this one is probably trying to find insects, but, you know, do whatever he can. It does kind of have a butt like a kiwi. Very short tails. Very short tails on these fellas. And really small heads compared to body size. It's a tiny little head. So, yeah. As I was saying, the one of the most interesting things about these little fellas is their reproduction. They have very unusual reproduction. But why did I pick them? Well, look at those eggs. Those are Easter eggs. They lay Easter eggs. Oh, look at those bright green eggs. And now, when it comes to making babies, the females lay the eggs and then are just like, okay, have fun, guys. There'll be like nesting areas, so there'll be like a grove of trees, and so they kind of live in colonies. They live in colonies, in groups of them, not big colonies, you know, like maybe a dozen to 20, and many of the females may lay their eggs in the same nest, and then the males are going to be the ones who are going to do all the incubating and do all the raising of the chicks. So what they are is they're polygynandrous. And what does that mean? What does polygynandrous mean? That means that it's kind of like a polycule. Yeah, it's polygynandrous means it's a polycule. That means like all the males are sleeping with all the females and vice versa. They just get it on. They don't care. So the males who are incubating the eggs are almost certainly incubating eggs that were not produced with their man bird juice. So, I mean, maybe, but it's going to be another one of the males in their group. But you see, the thing is, it actually works out pretty good for them because they all work together to do this. The eggs are well protected, and they're usually going to lay like 6 to 8 eggs at a time. So, lots of babies. They're well taken care of, and, you know, kind of ends resulting in some pretty good, of the, you know, like, brooding. And so now one of the things is like, okay, they have bright, colorful eggs. Now, there's a lot of ground-dwelling birds, but this is the only ground-dwelling bird whose eggs are brightly colored and not anywhere from white to brown. Like pretty much every other ground dweller is going to have, you know, some shade of, you know, cream colored to a darker brown color. And those are things that kind of make them, you know, blend in with the ground, or, you know, it's just kind of the way they are. You know, chicken eggs can be either white, but you also see these brown chicken eggs. All the other ground dwellers, that's kind of the colors that their eggs are going to come in, but not these guys. They're unique. And ornithologists aren't 100% sure what the evolutionary advantage is, but one thing is that most of the egg eaters where they live, well, they're going to be searching around the ground looking for eggs of birds to have as a tasty snack. And they're going to see these bright green things and be like, that's not compute. Eggs are white and brown. So these must not be eggs. Or you're going to pass them by. Or, as we all know, many things in the jungle that are bright and colorful, sometimes that's a signifier of warning, poison, do not eat. So maybe the predators see them and they think, ooh, this might not be too healthy for me, so I'm not going to eat it. Either way, The eggs seem to be relatively well protected, although I mean there is sometimes predation. It's not like it doesn't ever happen, but it doesn't happen as much as you would think for a colorful egg that stands out super big. Exactly, a thick poison dart frog. Exactly something like that. Were they savaged by Englishmen collecting colorful eggs? I mean, probably. Probably. I didn't find anything specifically about that, but yeah, so with these guys, I wasn't able to find too much. They're not really a bird that has a lot to do with too many cultures. I mean, come on. You live in the Amazon. You're going to make a bird part of your culture. You're not picking these fellas. They're kind of drab looking, little chicken guys. Why would you pick that when you got macaws and so many other parrots and birds of paradise and all these other things? So, not a really culturally significant bird, but, you know, the local people do, they do make, they do appreciate them, hunt them, use them for food. They're a respected and beloved bird, but they're not the kind of bird anybody's gonna make a symbol out of or tell really exotic folklore about. But you know what? My thoughts? I think they're pretty cute. I think their eggs are pretty neat. And I had a lot of fun researching them. So I like these guys. Are they smart? Nope. They are very, very dumb birds. But you know what? I can still enjoy a dumb bird. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that face. Ain't no thoughts going on in there. None thoughts left beef. But I like them. I like their eggs. I like that they are able to be in the rainforest without being a super amazing bird, you know, like a colorful bird. Works good. Anyway, we are going to call this bird a day done. And we're gonna just pop on out. Go